Exactly. Now, speaking of Florida, we're going to pivot to the cruise lines.
Yes.
So today was a big deal for the cruise lines, and you actually, from what I understand, watched this giant live stream announcement, press release, whatever you want to call it, of the Disney Wish. So what's the news on that? I'll let you report on that. What's the news on
that? Well, I got an email from Disney, sharing a link to sign up for this live stream sort of event that was called Once Upon a Disney Wish. And it was for the unveiling of the Disney Wish, the fifth cruise ship in the Disney Cruise Line fleet. And, along with two more ships that are going to be coming out after the Wish, but this was the main focus because the Wish was supposed to actually start sailing in January of 2022, but it got pushed back to summer 2022. So everyone was anticipating of what was all behind it and what have you. And you know how at Disney is sometimes when they make this big ordeal of an announcement, you think, okay, it's going to be something great. And it's like a 2-minute little video. And it's like, okay, that's it. Thanks for joining us. See you real soon. But this was like a 20 to 25 minute presentation, and it was done fairly well. And we got to see the new cruise director, Mickey, Minnie, and the fairy godmother made special appearances. And they just went through the ins and outs of what the Disney Wish is going to be all about. And I tell you what, I am very excited about what's on the horizon, not just for the Disney Wish, but for the Disney Cruise Line ships in the future. As I said, 2 more ships are going to be coming out and what have you after the Disney Wish. And if this is what they're promising us with just this one, I can imagine what it's going to be like with the other 2.
Unbelievable.
Because the Disney Wish there's going to be the very first ever Disney attraction on a cruise ship. It's going to be at the very top of the ship. It's sort of like the Crush and Gusher and the Aqueduct from Disney's Typhoon Lagoon Water Park and the Disney Dream and the Disney Fantasy. But this is going to have a Mickey and Minnie theme to it, where the storyline is you go through the flume and it's enclosed.
Wow.
And one half of the ship, and inside is going to be animation, where it's going to be based on what the type of animation that they're using for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And they're based off of the new Mickey Mouse shorts, and you're going to go on the Mickey and Minnie's Port Misadventures. And they're going to take you through a tour of, their world and everything. And it's going to be based off of a new episode of the Mickey Mouse shorts called Scuba Scramble.
Awesome.
So just like with Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, another part of the Disney industry is getting an episode of the Mickey Mouse shorts. So again, it's like they're tying everything together, but their own individual attractions. And I thought that was just awesome to have the very first Disney attraction on a cruise ship. And I think that's just awesome.
That is awesome. That's incredible. And I think what's also exciting is this new Marvel, they're calling it a Marvel Cinematic Dining Experience.
Yeah.
Which is exciting for Orlando, because as we know, Orlando has their hands are kind of tied when it comes to Marvel. They can only do Marvel characters that are not already at Universal. So that's why they can get away with Guardians of the Galaxy and Epcot. But the core characters like Captain America, Spider-Man, and what have you, they can't use them. But I think they kind of skirt that rule a little bit with the cruise lines because it's on, what is it, like international waters, I guess?
That's what I was going to say, because if they're in the Bahamas or the Caribbean, I don't really think that ties into the whole notion of having Marvel. And plus, they have Marvel Day at Sea already.
Right.
So you can meet the characters. They have live performances, meet and greets, and what have you. Now, they didn't really give too much in depth of what this new restaurant is going to be, but they have said that there are going to be qualities to this restaurant that has never been done before, ever. Not just on a cruise ship. They said ever.
Wow. So, yeah, I heard there's going to be some sort of Marvel adventure or something going on while you're eating.
Yes. And they won't disclose any of that, but I have to take a wild guess. It must be pretty darn dang special for them to not say anything, up front.
Well, and we were talking about that Marvel connectivity in the last segment about Mission Breakout. Wouldn't it be cool if they add some sort of element from Avengers Campus into that Marvel dining adventure to have that sort of connectivity? And I wouldn't be shocked if they do. To have a Spider-Bot or something would be so cool.
That would be so cool. And then another feature that they announced was there's going to be this Star Wars type of adult exclusive lounge where it's set up like a bar and a lounge, but behind the bartender, it's going to be themed to all Star Wars. So it's going to have like that cantina feel. And when you look out the window, so to speak, but it's an LED screen, you can see that you're traveling to different planets in the Star Wars universe. So 1 minute you could be traveling to Hoth, or you could be traveling to Batuu, you could be traveling to Tatooine. It's just going to be this immersive experience that while you're sitting there having a cocktail, you're being immersive in the Star Wars universe.
Awesome. Absolutely incredible. I love that. I absolutely love that. This seems like the Disney Wish really seems like they're kind of changing the game. And I feel like it's becoming more, and I could be wrong. I want you to correct me if I am, but the other cruise ships feel very kid centric. The ideas and the concepts for the Wish feel a little more inclusive in terms of like adults too. It doesn't feel so focused on just kids. Like you said, it's like a bar, a lounge. I like that. I love that concept. It's enticing. I want to do it.
What it actually comes down to is when you look at the other 4 cruise ships, which they are immaculate. They're beautiful. Literally, you can eat off their floors. Wow. That they're so clean. I highly recommend you don't, but I'm just saying that you
don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
But with the Wish, it has this regal, elegant style look to it too. Almost where when they say they wanted to make a Disney castle on the water, that's exactly what they did. They have the exterior of a ship, but when you enter through the interior, you're inside a palace.
Wow. Unbelievable. The stuff that came out of that press release.
Oh, it was one after the other. I thought, I can't believe that they announced so much information. And another thing based off of the adults, as you said, they took the theme of Beauty and the Beast and they made 3 different unique styles of sort of dining. So you have the Rose Lounge, which is going to be where you could have a before or after cocktail. Wow. Then you'd have the dining of Palo Steakhouse, which is going to be themed to Cogsworth.
I love Cogsworth.
So the whole menu is going to be designed as if what would Cogsworth like, and it's based off of the live action Beauty and the Beast. So you have this real, again, regal, elegant style look to it. Awesome. And the one that I'm looking forward to is the Enchanté restaurant that's going to be based off of Lumiere. And they're just going to have like a lot of French cuisine and everything. But again, it's the storytelling of you're having 3 different experiences, but they're all tied into the same movie.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Disney is definitely upping their game with the cruise lines, and I'm impressed. I'm actually very, very impressed with what came out today. I'm excited for it. And kudos for them. Look, it's been a rough year for Disney parks, obviously. For them to be investing this heavily in the parks, the cruises, I'm happy. It's good for us fans. I think it's a positive thing. Light at the end of the tunnel. Finally.
Absolutely. Yeah, because especially with the cruise line that's going through right now, I mean, at least, tomorrow Disneyland officially opens, at the time of this recording.
Right.
And that, the cruise line is literally last to open, which Bob Chapek did say the cruise line industry was going to be a challenge, that it was going to probably be the last thing. But the fact of everything that Disney just released today is like they have the hope and the determination to say when we do start sailing again, we're getting right back into the groove of how we left off. And It's no small detail to the Disney Wish.
And you know what? I want to actually give credit to Bob Chapek. He gets a lot of crap in the community for being cheap and what have you. But so far, and this is a total asterisk caveat. But so far, he seems to be doing fine. I mean, I don't see any drastic pullback on investment under a Bob Chapek CEO. Now, keep in mind, Bob Iger hasn't left yet, not till December. But so far, I mean, I'm satisfied with what he's done so far.
Yeah, very much so. And to one last notion of the Disney Wish, because there was a lot of other things that I could get into. I could actually spend a whole hour talking about it. But I think this is a very important matter, actually based on why they released it today.
Okay.
That they released based off of the Disney Wish of today, that today is what they call All Wishes Day or something like of that nature.
Cool.
And where Disney donated $1 million to the Make-A-Wish Foundation for kids.
Oh, cool.
And it was more based upon what the Disney Wish represents. It's like you have that hope and determination that you know when you have a dream, you know it's surely to come true. And I just thought that it was such a wonderful thing that the company has done. You know, just not even to announce something based off of, you know, for them to, you know, make money or, you know, to bring in revenue based off of everything that, you know, has been going on in the world. But the fact that they're giving back into the community to say we're giving to this foundation $1 million, despite that the cruise line industry hasn't been running, but we're going to give this for the Make-A-Wish Foundation for Children. And I thought that was just wonderful that Bob Chapek himself actually announced in the presentation.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Now, I'm not familiar with Make-A-Wish in terms of how the donation process goes. Can people, individuals donate to that, or is it mostly corporate? Because I'll add a link below if they actually do accept from individuals.
Don't quote me. I believe that you can. I believe you can. However, I did mention in my video, which it will be up later on today during the time of the recording, that if you can't donate to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, I strongly suggested to my viewers that the closest thing that you could do is donate to St. Jude's research. They do a phenomenal job that every little thing that you give, it goes straight into the research of helping kids with terminal illnesses. That's
awesome. That's awesome. I'll link that one, the St. Jude. Send it to me, George, and I'll link it in the comment in the description below, and I'll find out about the Make-A-Wish, and if it's open to donations to everybody, I'll also link that one down below so people can go ahead and visit that site and donate if they want to.